I just want to know that should you not become mayor, should you continue to serve on city council, that you'll continue to have a relationship with the people and the organizations in this group.
Absolutely, absolutely. Our after-school programs are essential to so many of the goals of our city, and I'm absolutely committed to continuing this collaboration. And that's part of why I think it's important that we recognize, when people talk about violence prevention, and to know the statistics about the spike that happens from 3 to 6 p.m., that means that after-school programs are absolutely the linchpin of violence prevention. They're also the linchpin of future economic opportunity, and it is one of the greatest issues in terms of dealing with the education gap and the opportunity gap. There really is a racial gap in economic opportunity, and there really is an economic gap. And if you look at what happens with that gap, people often think it's just about what happens during the school day, but actually the kids who receive less privilege tend to fall behind more in terms of after school and summer programs. And if you look at outcomes and reading ability and test scores, it's the biggest gap takes place in terms of after school and summer. And so to the extent to which we are making sure to provide those kind of opportunities for all of our kids in Oakland, that is absolutely core both to violence prevention and to closing that gap for the long term and leading to what will be the economic opportunity for the next generation.
As mayor, how would you promote that conversation and encourage city council to hear the information that's coming and to be willing to see and wait for the progress that's happening among programs in Oakland?
No, I really appreciate that question, because the reports that get brought to the public meetings are often really just with a focus on certain numeric measures, and that doesn't give a full picture of what's really going on. For example, there's one youth program that's serving youth with HIV, many of whom are homeless, and they were being critiqued for the fact that rather than having the same youth attend every day, that they were having youth come and then not come and then come and then not come, and then they were sort of told that they were doing something wrong because of that. But if you didn't understand that they're talking about teenagers who are HIV positive and living on the streets, and the fact that they're coming occasionally is to a consistent is a huge success. And so you have to have that deeper knowledge to be able to see past the numbers to what's really going on, and that a program that's serving youth who have HIV and are homeless should not be punished for, saying that, oh, well, the young person didn't show up every day, so that means you failed. So we absolutely need to have a deeper conversation about what's really going on with the programs, and not just rely on a sort of abbreviated numeric report. And, one of the other things that I want to make sure with you that we're doing a better job of is not to have the, in some cases, paperwork tracking not undermining the program. I mean, we talk about with the public schools that, we're testing the schools to death and having so much testing that there's less and less education going on because of the mandates for the testing. And so I want to make sure that our programs that are serving some of the hardest to reach populations aren't being penalized because of some of those reporting requirements. And I've also heard anecdotally from people around young people who are children of undocumented immigrants, not necessarily being able or willing to fill out certain forms, and then that undermining the perception of what a program's doing. So I absolutely do want to make sure that we're maintaining the deeper dialogue so that we're not letting something that might be a reporting problem or a paperwork problem undermine effectiveness of a program.